Live stream. I was gonna go in. I was gonna do a video, and I had a few videos that weren't live streamed lined up, and I just thought may as well just say it live as it is. So if you've been following the Hardy Books podcast, which I recommend you check out, for some reason I can't upload them anymore to YouTube. I don't know why. It's just something that YouTube started doing with their own podcasts, and I used to be able to upload them directly to this channel, but I don't know what's happened. And I just recommend you go over to Spotify or Apple Podcasts if you want to check out the latest episodes of the Hardy Books podcast. But I said there on last week's podcast that the Americans and the Israelis they would wait to bomb Iran on Saturday when the markets had closed. So obviously there's no real exit strategy about this regime change, and other than the fact that it's going to be another debacle and a misadventure of U.S. Intervention or militarism, it's someone's made a lot of money out of shorting the oil futures market, and Raytheon and Lockheed and probably BlackRock have done very well out of it. But it's depressing to see. It's another war in the Middle East, and as General Wesley Clark said that time after the meeting with George Bush, it's one of the seven countries that they wanted to go into. But we're already feeling the immediate effects here in Ireland and Europe at the moment, with the price of oil going up because of the Iranians threatening to close the Straits of Hormuz. But it's just so fucking sickening when you see that the whole thing was avoidable. And there's a fable in Aesop's fable about the lamb and the wolf. And paraphrasing that, there was a wolf drinking upstream from a lamb, and the wolf started saying to the lamb, "You're contaminating my drinking water." And the lamb said, "Well, how could I be doing that? You're upstream from me." "Well, I heard you were calling me an idiot last year." The lamb said, "Well, couldn't have been me. I was only born 6 months ago." "Well, maybe it was your father who called me an idiot." And eventually the wolf just jumped on the lamb, ate it. But the moral of the story is you can't appease a tyrant. And no matter what the Iranians did, they were going to go in there and bomb them, because you can't appease a tyrant. And the USA is caught under the grip of tyranny, with the likes of FA Cup head himself, Bibi Netanyahu. And you have you have that fat war pig bastard, Lindsey Graham, right? A man who likes to pay good money to get quadded and rammed by midnight hammer bros in hotels in Washington, saying, "We really must commit more troops to fight Hezbollah." Do you know what? Leave them all alone, man. Do you know what I mean? Like, stop going into these fucking areas and bombing everyone. Just leave them alone. Like they've been trifled with since the fall of the Ottoman Empire, Sykes-Picot. Why do I care about this shit? Because I don't know. It's our lives people are playing with. And if you look at World War I and World War II, like, you have defensive treaties and pacts that ultimately drag people in, and these conflict areas spill out. And I don't know. I don't want to see more of it, to be honest with you. And you have all these daft pricks up on X, and they've all got like a lot of us fell for Trump being, we got to take our troops out. Why are we bringing them over there? You had a failed war in Iran. Terrible decision. The Bush family. He takes the money from APAC and Miriam Adelson, and they get to rent. For that money, they get the whole arsenal of the American Maritime Force, which was great value. And but there's no exit strategy. What's going to happen here? But I'll go to some of your chats. Some of them have been held for review. Potentially inappropriate messages. Ooh, How inappropriate we talking here, lads. Error, try again. Show. It's not coming up. EJ4796 says distraction from Epstein. It won't let me show that comment, funny enough. But yeah, that's the main reason uh, why they're doing this, because he was leading a massive blackmail spy ring that's probably been going on for the last 60 years in all major nations. Roshi Mac, how are you doing? The lyrics of Fortunate Son by Creedence Clearwater Revival still 100% relevant nearly 60 years later, sadly. Yeah, and Lindsey Graham is, some folks were made to wave the flag, ooh, the red, white, and blue. But when the band plays Hail to the Chief, they point the cannon at you. Yeah, he's a senator, and it says, I ain't no senator's son in Fortunate Son. Um, all these fuckers who are calling for war, like whether it be in Ukraine or whether it be in Iran, let they should be sent. If they go and they fight, then fair play. At least they put the money where their mouth is. But they should be mandatorily made to go. Anybody who's calling for war and bloodshed, it should be like how it was in the old days, when if you wanted a noble title, you had to go to the battlefield and earn that title through putting yourself on the line. And if you were victorious and you vanquished enemies in battle, you were rewarded with titles. But in the last 100 years, that doesn't exist anymore. It's about how many paws can you grease, how many brown envelopes can you take, and at least lords and viscounts and noblemen of old, the majority of them would have to go and prove their value on the battlefield. But it doesn't work like that anymore. They just send the poor to go and fight other poor people, and then they mop up the spoils of war on the markets. Let me see who we got. Kelso Bunghammer. How's it going? Thanks for all the entertainment you've given us. You're very welcome, and more to come, please God. CM Fox, how are you getting on? The henchman there on X. How's it going? Thanks for all the entertainment you've. Sorry. Apparently, Graham moonlights as Japanese flag manufacturer. Let's see. Larry Anthony 3554. How are you, Martin? Game's gone, lad. Yeah, the game is gone. It's I'm not fucking signing up. I'm a bit old to sign up, but and my kids are obviously too young to sign up, but neither them or I will be signing up. What's going on here? I've fucking glitched out. So it's glitched out. Can anyone hear me?